Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, presents Viking Pregame, a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Pregame. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and, well, it's been a while. The last 2 weeks' Viking games against the Clear Lake Warriors and the Cadott Hornets were canceled due to COVID-19 concerns. This week, the Vikings will try again, this time against the 3-1 Boyceville Bulldogs. The Vikings are looking to build upon the momentum gained in the win in their last game over the Olivia-Strum Cardinals, while the Bulldogs are looking to bounce back following their 35-6 loss to the Spring Valley Cardinals. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. Then we'll get Coach DeMoe's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll go out to Boyceville High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. That's all coming up right after this timeout, as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, the Vikings will try to continue on the winning track following the last 2 weeks' cancellations of games with the Clear Lake Warriors and the Cadott Hornets. This week, the Vikings will take on the Boyceville Bulldogs. The Vikings come into tonight's game with a record of 1 win and 3 losses. However, the Vikings have only played in 2 of those games, with the 2 losses coming via the forfeit route due to the cancellation of the games for COVID concerns. Now, the last game the Vikings played was a victory 2 weeks ago against the Olivia-Strum Cardinals. The Bulldogs come into tonight's game with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. They opened the season with wins over Independence, Gilmanton, Cameron, and Cadott, before suffering their first loss of the season to the Spring Valley Cardinals 35-6 last week. The Bulldog defense is allowing an average of 230 yards per game. Of that, just over 100 yards per game are on the ground, with another 125 yards per game through the air. Defensively, they're led by junior Sebastian Nielsen, who has 32 total tackles, including 2 tackles for loss, as well as Nick Olson with 27 total tackles and an interception for a touchdown. On offense, the Bulldogs are led by senior quarterback Ira Bialzik, who is completing 52% of his passes this season for 428 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of an impressive 137. Bialzik splits his passes between 2 favorite targets, sophomore Caden Wold and senior Jacob Granley. The 2 of them combined account for about 106 yards in receiving per game. Now, on the ground, the Bulldogs rely on the hard running of the aforementioned Nielsen, who has carried the ball 53 times for 541 yards, or a 10.2 yards per carry. He alone is averaging 135 yards rushing per game. As a change of pace, the Bulldogs give the ball to Tyler Dormanen, who's adding another 48 yards per game. Now, 3 weeks ago, the Vikings defeated the Olivia-Strum Cardinals 42-0, behind a rushing attack that accounted for almost 300 yards. Leading the way was Bryce Sikora, who had 124 yards rushing, nearly half of which came on a 61-yard touchdown run in the 3rd quarter.
Sikora keeps himself, goes around the left side. He's got the corner turned. He's heading down the sideline. He may take it to the house. Bryce Sikora takes it to the end zone for a a 61-yard touchdown run for the Vikings.
He was followed by Aiden McKee, who accounted for 98 yards in 13 carries for a 7.5 yard per carry and 2 touchdowns.
Give to McKee, straight up the middle, driving into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
That rushing attack was complemented by Socorro's effective 5 for 12 passing performance for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns for a 105.6 quarterback rating.
Socorro takes a snap, drops straight back, look out behind you, throws out into the flat, and it's complete at the 49-yard line of the Cardinals. Catching it from his knees was Tristan Lenz. Socorro looking off to the left. Hits Bernard Ensminger in the end zone.
Touchdown.
For a Viking touchdown.
This offensive performance was made possible by the powerful run blocking and pass protection provided by the offensive line. The relentless pressure of the Viking defense held the Cardinal quarterbacks to a 7.2 quarterback rating, while the Vikings were able to pick off 2 Cardinal passes. The Viking defense stood stout up front, holding the Cardinal offense to 3.6 yards per carry.
Give up the middle to Anderson, and he doesn't get anywhere. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming up next, I caught up with Coach DeMoe at a practice a little earlier this week, and we'll get his perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Then we'll go out to Boyceville High School, where we'll bring you all the action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. All that coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today in Coach's Corner, we're talking with Matt DeMoe, head coach of the Colfax Vikings. And Coach, the last couple weeks have been a little tough on the Vikings with games being canceled due to COVID-19, but now you're back, players are back, and how's the team responded?
Yeah, it was a tough stretch for us the last 2 weeks. You know, we were in a limbo a lot, you know, with coaches going down and players going down. So, you know, we definitely got a lot of players back. We still have a couple kids that are out, you know, but we did a good job this week in practice on, you know, getting the film figured out and getting everything in place, moving some kids around to make us the most successful we can be.
Now, 3 weeks ago, the last time the Vikings played, they pulled off a 42-0 win over the Olivestrom Cardinals. Now, it's been a while, but remember back a little bit, your comments on that one.
Yeah, that definitely was a great game for us. We had a lot of kids really step up and do some good things, and we were able to run the ball to set up the pass for us, which is definitely something we want to do on a week-to-week basis.
And like I say, it really looked in watching that game that the run, you guys really did establish a pretty potent running attack.
Yeah, we definitely did. We were able to open up the playbook a little bit more and do the things that we wanted to do inside and outside, and then it set up our pass for some nice big plays for us.
So the Vikings finally get back into action. It's also, for you guys, your Dunn St. Croix Conference opener. You're taking on the Boyceville Bulldogs, and they're a pretty powerful club. What can you tell us about this matchup?
Yeah, they definitely are a powerful club. I've watched a few films on them, and you know they've gotten better from last year, and their run game is good. They have some good deception that they have with their run game, and then they hit the edge pretty fast. They block it pretty well. It's gonna be a tough task for us tonight.
And then not only that, but then they've got a heck of a passing attack, a quarterback rating of like 136, and you know they're getting about 100 plus yards per game in the air.
Yeah, they definitely are, and I think it all sets up from their run. You know, they're good deception and they're good play action. It opens things up for some big shots over the top.
So it looks as though the Vikings are going to have their hands full both on the ground and in the air. What are you going to do to stop the Bulldogs?
You know, we're definitely going to, offensively, we're going to simplify our playbook and just try to get our bread and butter figured out. And then defensively, you know, we really want to stop their outside edge game, you know, and try to contain that and keep it inside with our tackles where our big boys are at.
So any injuries or illnesses that we need to be aware of?
We still have 3 kids out for some COVID stuff with Cameron Molina and Josiah Harder, and then Austin Swanson also tested positive this week too as well.
Oh man, and Cameron Molina can't catch a break between the knee tweak and now some COVID. Boy, let's hope it doesn't haunt you all season.
I know, I hope so too. Yeah, we need those guys back.
Well, thank you, Coach DeMoe, and good luck in tonight's game. We've got more Viking pregame coming up right after this.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. There's more Viking pregame coming up right after this brief timeout. You're listening to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
All out on 3. 1, 2, 3. All out. 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 1, 2, 3. Bring it down.
When I first saw Turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure
love.
Welcome back to Viking pregame. Tonight, we have the Vikings looking to get back into action after the last 2 weeks' games with the Clear Lake Warriors and the Cadott Hornets were canceled due to COVID precautions. We also have the Boyceville Bulldogs, who are looking to bounce back from last week's loss to the Spring Valley Cardinals. The key to tonight's game for the Vikings is to keep the Bulldogs' running attack controlled and apply enough pressure to disrupt the Bulldog passing attack. In addition, the Viking offense needs to open up holes for their own rushing attack, as well as provide protection for the passing game. The Vikings would like to control the ball as well as the clock and keep the high-powered Bulldog offense off the field. So it all adds up to some exciting high school football action right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a few moments, we'll send it out to Boyceville High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. You've been tuned to Viking pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
You've been listening to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking Football.
Awkward. I'm the awkward silence. You try to avoid me, then there I am again.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
Like Kelly here is about to demonstrate.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Colfax Viking Football is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network, in conjunction with Colfax High School, proudly presents today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, out to the stadium for coverage of today's Colfax Vikings game.
And a good evening. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow, and we're getting ready to bring you tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. And holy cow, Dan, the Vikings are going to play football.
Yeah, I bet they're excited to get back out here tonight. They should be somewhat rested.
I would hope so. They're just glad to get back on the field after a couple of games canceled due to COVID. And folks, I want to apologize to you. We've got a guy playing music for the crowd here who thinks he's got to broadcast it to all of Dunn County. And
welcome to beautiful Boyceville, Wisconsin.
We're getting pretty close to football, Dan. Why don't you run through the starters of tonight's game?
Yeah, here's the starters for Colfax Vikings tonight. Quarterback will be number 5, Bryce Zakora. Tight end, number 8, Nick Jessen. Wide receiver, number 9, Elijah Ensminger. Running back.
Dan, we have the national anthem. I take it back. That's a school song they're doing.
Yeah, so let's see. Number 9, Elijah Ensminger. He'll be wide receiver for Colfax. Running back, 22, Kate Anderson. Running back, 28, Aiden McKee. Running back, number 33, Asher Pekka. Offensive line will be number 51, Mark Solbert. Offensive line, 52, Ashton Greenwell, along with 53, Dylan Heidela. 72, Colin
And don't
Reinhardt.
forget, he corrected us on that.
Hila.
It's Hila.
Dylan Hila. And 88, Tristan Lenz will be wide receiver for the Boyceville Bulldogs. Sophomore Nick Olson will be their quarterback tonight. Senior number 11, Jacob Granling will be a wide receiver. Sophomore tight end number 20. Sophomore wide receiver number 24, Braden Romehill. Junior linebacker and fullback, 26, Sebastian Nielsen. Senior halfback will be number 33, Tyler Dormanen. Senior, and then the offensive line will be senior number 51, Dawson Roberts. Senior 54, Preston Combs. Sophomore Grant Kaiser, Isaac Burt, Parker Combs, and John Christed.
And that's just in time for the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you.
And that was the playing of our national anthem, and Dan got the starting lineups in for us. And while we get ready for the kickoff of tonight's game, we'll take this brief time out. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at
Back here at Boyceville High School, Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera. And we're getting ready for the kickoff, and I just took a look at Dan and said, Dan, you didn't happen to see what happened in the coin toss, and what was your answer, Dan?
I said, I did not.
Okay, so we're just going to have to wait and see how they line up when they go out. We're watching some of the warm-ups, and the guy who's leading the team in passing, Ira Bialzik, is not playing on offense tonight, or at least not starting. Nick Olson will be starting at quarterback, but he was throwing the ball very, very nicely.
Yeah, he only has 2 completions so far, but for 66 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you get that many yards per completion. So the Bulldogs will be kicking off. Back deep for the Vikings, we have Sikora. And I couldn't tell who the other one is. It goes over. And I take it back, that was Ensminger. It went over his head into the end zone. And the Vikings will take it on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Make sure you stop over to that concession stand here during the game. Lots of wonderful items for you.
Vikings want to get something going on the ground so that they can hopefully then get something going in the air.
Yeah, one thing they got to watch tonight, number 66, Cameron Molina is out tonight. So the front four got to be kind of more careful.
Vikings come up to the line, slot receiver off to the left side. Jensen, and a quick pass to Jensen in the slot. He's got a gain of 15 down at the 35-yard line.
Result of the play is a first down.
They ran a play-action fake up the middle to McKee, and that quick toss to Jensen. He hit that seam on that quick slant and picked up 15 yards. Vikings back up to the line. Ensminger in the slot on the left. Jensen split out wide to the right. Ensminger in motion. Again, looking for Jensen, and it's incomplete this time. Same play.
Yeah, Sikora just couldn't get the handle on it before he threw it.
And Jensen was open on that.
Yeah, he just sailed it a little bit.
So the Vikings come up to the line. This time, Ensminger out wide to the right. He goes in motion. This time Sikora keeps it, pitches it to Ensminger as he goes around the left end. And he gets it out to about the 43-yard line, it looks like.
Ensminger on the carry. Tackled by Preston Coombs.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
And short for the Vikings.
At about the 43-yard line. Vikings up to the line. Ball's loose on the ground. And I believe Boyceville has come up with it. Misconnection on the handle, and Boyceville Bulldogs come up with it.
Yeah, not a clean handoff there.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Looked like Mason Bowell came up with the ball. And so the Bulldogs have it. 1st and 10 at the Viking 40-yard line.
Yeah, what we were talking about with Nick Olson's arm. The safeties are going to have to help for Colfax tonight.
Well, they're using the one deep safety. Slot formation on the right side. The slot man goes in motion. Quick toss coming around. He gets it on to around the 20. He's still on his feet. He's across the 10 down to the 5-yard line. That's Braden Rumhild on the carry.
Flag on the play.
Penalty marker on the play. It's right down where the play ended. It's against Boyceville. It's an illegal block in the back, right down near the completion of the play. So it's going to back things up about 10 yards to about the 18-yard line. It'll still be 1st and 10 for Boyceville at the Viking 18.
First down.
Boyceville does like to hit the outsides. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Clefstead split out wide to the right. Put a man in motion. They give it to the guy in motion. He's across the 10, down around the 5-yard line, taken down at about the 3.
Rumbles to about the 2-yard line. Will be a Bulldog first down.
That was Tyler Dormanen on the carry.
For the Bulldogs.
Number 9, Elijah Ensme on the tackle.
First and goal for the Bulldogs at the 3. Bulldogs come up to the line. Granley out wide to the left. Give off the left side into the end zone for the touchdown.
For a Bulldog touchdown.
And I'm looking for the number. I believe that was Devin Halama. I think. At any rate, the Bulldogs take a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that's one thing we're going to have to watch tonight. They ran right where Cameron would have been.
Right.
So we'll have to learn to fill those gaps.
Bulldogs at the line. A little bit of a wildcat action here. And taking it into the end zone is Dormanen. That makes the score. The Boyceville Bulldogs 8 and the Vikings nothing. 10:43 to go in the first quarter. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Back here at Boyceville, Vasquez Martinez kicking off. And the Vikings get it at around the 20, run it back out to the 35-yard line. That's Cade Anderson on the return. Gets it right out to the 35. So 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Now trailing 8-0. They had a promising looking drive going, and then the misconnection on the handoff.
Ball control's going to be big for Colfax tonight.
All right, Vikings at the line. Sikora in the pistol, and Sminger in motion. Gives straight up the middle. This is McKee, and he gets out near the 40. I think they're going to spot it about the 40 or 39. Well, check that. They're going to put it right on the 40. Gain of 5. 2nd down, 5 for the Vikings. They come up to the line. Len splitting out wide to the right, and Sminger in the slot. And Sminger goes in motion. And to give up the middle again to McKee, and he gets it out to about the 43-yard line.
Tackled by Nielsen.
Third down, 2 for the Vikings.
About 3 for the Vikings.
Yeah, good job of the Colfax front four to keep pushing the pile.
Slot formation on the left this time. And Sminger goes in motion. Gives straight up the middle again. McKee gets it across the 45 to about the 46-yard line, where it's going to be a first down for the Vikings.
It is a first down for Colfax. Brought down by Nielsen.
You know, in the early going, aside from that one fumble, it looks like the Vikings can move the ball.
46-yard line.
Yeah. They just got to keep the turnovers down. And push it down the field.
Or as Hank Stram would have said, matriculate the ball down the field. All right, Vikings at the line. And we've got movement all over the place.
Should be on 72.
Legal procedure on the Vikings.
Colin Reinhold.
5-yard penalty. Ball pushed back to the 40-yard line. 1st and 15.
Did a little movement before the snap. 1st and 15. Now from the 41. Len splitting wide to the right. And Sminger out wide to the left. Sikora waits. Pitches it out to the outside and taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 5 is Pika.
By Bash Nielsen and Coombs.
54 Preston Holmes on the tackle.
About 2nd and almost 20 for the Vikings.
And Dan, you were down talking to the coaches before the game. They said Asher Pika is going to get a lot of touches tonight.
Yeah, coach really likes him.
All right, they're up to the line. Vikings are. Jensen split wide to the right. Gives straight up the middle to Pika. He gets it out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Tuck on the carry, tackled by Clement. Gain of about 5 brings up a 3rd and long for Colfax.
3rd down and about 14 for the Vikings at their own 41. Vikings come up to the line, slot formation to the right. Sikora drops back, looking out in the flat, and it's almost intercepted.
Pass falls incomplete, defended by
but it's incomplete.
Brings up a 4th and long for Colfax.
Laying on his back was Sebastian Nielsen, and the ball just about landed in his chest.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication there.
And boy, I tell you, if Nielsen would have come up with that one, it would have been one of the more spectacular interceptions. Laying flat on his back. Sikora back in punt formation for the Vikings. Olsen, one of the setbacks. And we have a whistle. And it's going to be an illegal procedure against the Vikings. So it'll be 4th and 19.
5 yards. 4th and 19.
Romehild is the other setback for the, or deep back for the Bulldogs. So Sikora will try again. Sikora takes a snap, gets the kick away. A little bit off the side of his foot, goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
Sikora's punt goes out of bounds.
And that's right where they're going to mark it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 40-yard line. It's funny how much better you can see the computer screens and so on once the sun gets down below the tree line.
It was pretty warm there for a while.
All right, Bulldogs come up to the line. Olsen under center. Gives a pitch coming around the left side. Romhild with it. He gets into the open and taken down across the 45-yard line of the Vikings to about the 43.
Result of the run is
it's going to be a first down. First down for the Bulldogs.
Territory, ball spotted at about the
Yeah, that was a little better by Colfax. They sealed off the edge, made him come back inside.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs in Colfax territory now. They sent Caden Wold out wide to the right. Olsen under center. Takes a snap, drops straight back. Looking downfield. He overshot his receiver. His intended receiver was Jacob Granley on the left side.
Intended for Granley. There is a flag on the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
On that area, maybe a holding.
A defensive hold is the area that it's holding, and it is defensive holding against the Vikings.
Result
and it's a 10-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Ball spotted at the 34.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Viking 34-yard line. Olsen under center.
Blitz coming.
They give it off the right side. Dorman on the carry, and he gains about 5. Second down, 5.
Just inside the 30-yard line.
Tyler Dormanen. As the Bulldogs come up to the line, Granley is split out wide to the left, Split it. Yeah, I'll tell you. Pitch around the right end. He's across the 20. Well, they're going to mark him out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line.
Result of the run is a Bulldog first down.
Tackle by
that was Nielsen.
Aiden McKee on the tackle.
Correction, 22.
Maybe not.
Yeah, they put it on the 22, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Nielsen the setback. Olsen under center. Drops back, looking downfield, jumps, throws, and just at the feet of Romhild.
Second and 10.
Second down, 10.
Good pressure by the Colfax front four.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Bulldogs break the huddle and come up to the line. Granley on the right. Olsen under center. Puts a man in motion. Pitch to the motion man. That's Romhild coming around the right or the left side, and he gets taken down and around the 15-yard line. There is a penalty marker on the play.
Hensfinger, but there is a flag on the play.
And that's in the area of holding or an illegal block. Initial indication, well, it is holding against Boyceville.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
So that moves things back, and it makes a second down, 20 yards to go now for the Bulldogs. And they're at the 33-yard line.
One thing about Colfax, they're seeing off the edge a little bit, but I'd like to see that linebacker come over a little faster. They're still making the corner there.
Bulldogs come up to the line. Wold split out wide to the right. Granley on the left. Olsen in the pistol. Drops back, looks over to the right side. Tries to get it to Romehill on the crossing route, but just out of his reach. Brings up third down, 20. It's a big play for the Vikings on defense. Bulldogs come up to the line. Wold splitting out wide to the right. Granley on the left. Dormanen in the slot. Olsen drops back. Plenty of time. Unloads it back in the corner. It's incomplete. That was intended for Romehill, but it falls incomplete. Brings fourth down and 20. I'm sure this is 4-down territory because you gain nothing by punting at this spot on the field.
Nick Olsen's got a arm on him.
Yeah, he put plenty of air under that. Fourth and 20. Slots on both sides. Romehill in the slot on the right. Dormanen on the left. Olsen dropping back. Gets pressure from Jensen. And Jensen comes up behind him. I think he was across the line of scrimmage. Pass is complete down to about the 3-yard line. Boy, oh boy, it sure looked to me like he was across the line of scrimmage. Well, yes, and they just threw the flag. He threw that pass beyond the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be an illegal forward pass. And another plane takes off from Boyceville International Airport.
Illegal forward pass on the Bulldogs. Loss of down on the play.
So it's a loss of down. And the Vikings will get it first down at the 30-yard line. Actually, it's at the 33. There shouldn't have been a change of position. Chain gang thought there was. First and 10 from the 33-yard line. Len splits out wide to the right and Sminger to the left. Cade Anderson lining up at fullback. Sikora in the pistol. Gives to McKee, who gets met at the line of scrimmage. Not much there that time. In fact, he didn't quite get to the line. We'll call it a loss of 1. Second and 11.
Pack of dogs, loss of 1, second and 11.
Jensen splits out wide to the left and Sminger to the right. McKee the lone setback. Sikora drops back, looks downfield, steps up, keeps it himself. He's out across the 40 and taken down at about the 43-yard line. That's really close to a first down.
Tackled by Nick Olsen.
Yeah, good job by Sikora there to realize that there wasn't anything and just keep it and pick up the...
Going to be a yard short.
They're going to say he's just short of the first down.
For the Vikings.
Boys, I'm leaning here.
Almost worth
I would have asked for a measurement, I think, if I were on the Colfax side. 3rd and 1, though, is what they're calling it. Ensminger in motion. Gives straight up the middle to McKee. He's across the 50 into Bulldog territory. First down, Vikings.
Tackled by Jacob Grantley. Result of the run is a first down for Colfax.
He gets it down to the 47-yard line.
47-yard line.
First down for the Vikings. And to give up the middle, or he just getting pushed back after hitting the line is McKee, but he got it down to the 45-yard line.
Gain of a couple yards, 2nd and 7.
They're going to say a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, good job by the Colfax front four again to help pick up some more yardage.
Sikora brings him up to the line. And we have a timeout being called by the officials. Now they wind the clock. And they give straight up the middle. Across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line is McKee.
Eddie McKee on the carry.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Vikings.
3rd and 5 for the Vikings.
Ball is resting on the 42-yard line. They've got to get to the 38. Score takes a snap. Gives a quick toss out on the right side to Ensminger. He gets it across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. First down, Vikings.
Sikora's pass is complete to Ensminger.
Yeah, good passer by
Sikora. The result of the pass is a first down.
They're going to put it right on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Slot out on the right side. Ensminger in the slot. Quick toss out in the flat to Ensminger is incomplete.
Sikora's pass falls.
Just a little high for Ensminger. He's not very tall.
No, he's not a real tall guy. But what he lacks in height, he makes up for with speed. Second down, 10. Minute 18 to go in the first quarter. Vikings trailing 8-0. McKee the setback, slot formation on the right side. Sikora drops back, evades the rush. Looking downfield, he's got Jensen in and out of his hands. He had Jensen in some traffic, but Jensen got his hands on it down around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, number 24, Brandon Romehill for Boyceville got his hand in there.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Again, the slot formation is on the right side with Ensminger in the slot, Lenz split wide. Sikora drops back and overthrows, and it's intercepted. Coming back out and knocked out of bounds right about the 40-yard line.
Takes the ball out to the 35-yard line.
They're going to mark it on the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Boyceville Bulldogs.
Yeah, what's that? Tristan Lenz out there? As a wide receiver?
On that, no, it was Jensen over on that side he was looking for.
Jensen had quit his route. If he would have just kept running with the play, it would have been okay. He had that little stutter step, and pass sailed right over him.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. At their own 35. Second interception of the evening for Sikora. This is Dormanen, I believe, on the carry. Gets it out to midfield. Oh, that's Nielsen, Sebastian Nielsen on the carry. Dormanen was leading the way for him. I knew I saw Dormanen in there somewhere.
Yeah, Boyceville content on using the edges right now for their running plays.
Bulldogs come up to the line. Everything's lined up tight. Romhild coming around the left side, gets taken down just across the 50 to about the 48-yard line. And that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
Score out there on the tackle.
And it is. It's going to be the last play of the first quarter. So we've played one. And it's the Boyceville Bulldogs 8 and the Vikings nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
When your lawn is looking less than desirable, you need to give it a little pick-me-up. Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. With their Morning Sun Fertilizer, your lawn will get just what it needs. Morning Sun Fertilizer is non-chemical and organic. It's suitable for both urban and rural settings. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302 for a free estimate. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, beautifying the lawns of the Chippewa Valley.
Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Chris Olson on the camera as we're getting ready for second quarter action here at Boyceville. Nice crowd here at Boyceville. And the Bulldogs come back out on the field. Second down and about 7 yards to go. They come up to the line. It's Caden Wold splitting out wide to the right. Quick toss out to the Wold in the right flat. He's down around the 40. Cuts it back to the inside, down to the 36-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
36-yard line where the Bulldogs have a first down. He's tackled by Henslinger and Pekka.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. You know, I do like that down marker they have on the far side over there.
I saw that.
It's lit up.
I didn't even know they made such a thing.
Pretty snazzy, newfangled.
What will they think of next?
Bulldogs put a man in motion, pitch it around the left side. Getting across the 35 down to about the 30-yard line. Well, he doesn't get to the 30.
Josh Nielsen on the carry.
Nielsen with it. That's Sebastian Nielsen.
Good hit there by number 53, Dylan Hedela on that one.
2nd and 5.
Second down, and I'm going to call it 6. I knew the public address announcer said 5, but that sure looks like 6 yards to go. They're at about the 31.5-yard line. Bulldogs come up to the line. Put a man in motion. Give it. Coming around to Dormanen. He gets across the 30 down to the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 26-yard line.
About 3 or 4 are going to bring a
third and a yard.
One for the Dogs.
Good job by number 2, Kate Anderson on the tackler. He was beaten, and he came back and got him from behind.
Bulldogs come up to the line. Olsen ducks in under center. And gives straight up the middle. That's Nielsen. And he gets to the 20-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Down. Ball spotted just outside the 20-yard line.
We got a lot of Olsens here tonight. Yours truly, our cameraman, quarterback for the Bulldogs, and none of us are related. Bulldogs come up to the line. Wide receiver split out wide to the left. Olsen, play action pass, penalty marker on the play. Throwing into the end zone, wide open. Receiver is complete in the end zone to Romeo, but we will have to wait and see what the penalty is about. That's right in the area of holding. Now they're talking with the Bulldogs. I suspect the Bulldogs are going to, this might be against the Vikings. Personal foul, blocking below the waist, and it's
on the Bulldogs, chop block.
It's a chop block, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, moving it back out to the 35-yard line. That'll make it 1st and 25, and takes the touchdown off the board.
Yeah, that's one thing Colfax is going to have to try to do is get to Nick Olsen.
Yeah, they're not getting any pressure. There's one time Nelson forced him out of the pocket, or Jensen. I don't know why I do that. His name is Nick Jensen. All right, Olsen drops back. Now he got a little bit of pressure. Throws it over the middle, and it's in through out of the hands of Romeo. It was right. It went right through his hands, but he did have Romehill kind of turning around. It's going to bring up 2nd and 25.
Stay on your guy, Bryson! Stay on your guy!
All right, the Vikings come up to the line. And a run straight up the middle.
Nielsen on the carry.
That's Sebastian Nielsen on the carry. And he gets it to about the 32-yard line. 3rd down and about 20. Maybe 21. Bulldogs up to the line. No penalties on the play. Olsen rolling to the right. Gets taken down at about the 25-yard line.
Olsen on the carry, tackled by Solberg.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
To the 25-yard line, where it's going to be 4th down and 15.
Yeah, good job by number 51, Mark Solberg, for Colfax to get down the line and get the tackle there.
4th down And about 15 yards to go. Wilson has him at the line. We have a penalty marker on the play.
Illegal procedure on the Bulldogs.
And it's going to back Boyceville up 5 yards. So it'll be 4th and 20. $7:11 to go in the first half. Boyceville on top, 8-0.
Colfax safeties have to be aware.
Penalty marker on the snap of the ball. Looking into the corner of the end zone. Knocked away by the Vikings. Ensminger knocking the ball away. And it was intended for Wold. Let's see what the penalty is.
Looks like they're backing up.
And it's an illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. Back them up another 5 because this is all field position. I'm surprised, though, that the Vikings accepted that penalty because that would have given the Vikings the ball at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I think I would have took the ball. I was trying to think about that, but
4th down, 25. Bulldogs at the line. Slot formation out wide to the left. Olsen rolling a little bit to his left, throwing it downfield, and it ends up in no man's land. And now the Colfax coaches look like geniuses for taking that penalty because the ball goes over on downs. It's going to be 1st down, Vikings at their own 35-yard line.
yeah, good coverage by Colfax there. Nick had to just throw it away.
So the Vikings come up to the line. Sikora in the pistol. Ensminger goes in motion. And gives straight up the middle to McKee. He's still on his feet, still driving those feet. He's turning his feet, and they're moving the pile. It's going to be a gain of about 4, I think.
Tackled by a pack of dogs. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6.
2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Vikings. Aiden McKee with just not stopping the feet. He's tough to bring down.
Isn't that one thing the coaches always say? Keep your feet moving?
That's right. Give up the middle again, and not much going that time. Back to the line of scrimmage was Pekka.
Pekka on the carry. Tackle by Clefstead. Gain of about 1, 3rd and 5.
They're going to give him a yard on the carry. 3rd down, 5 for the Vikings. Right about their own 40-yard line. At the line of scrimmage. Sikora keeps it himself, rolls to the right, throws it, and a little bit behind. Now we have a penalty marker, comes flying in.
There is a flag on the play.
And that's in the area of offensive holding.
I wasn't sure if that was a busted play or not. He kind of turned to the left like he was looking for a guy, but then he had...
on Colfax.
And Boyceville declines the holding penalty. 4th and 5 for the Vikings from the 40-yard line. Punt unit comes in for the Vikings. Socorro will be in punt formation. Romhild and Olsen dropping back deep for the Bulldogs. Socorro gets the kick away, end over end. Romhild has it at the 30. He goes to his left. Turns the corner, 35 to 40, 45. He's across the 50. He's got a path, and he tripped over the yard line, I think, because Romhild goes down at about the 25-yard line of the Vikings.
Saving
the
tackle.
Turf Monster got him.
Yeah, well, saving tackle, I think maybe by 52 Ashton Greenwell. Yeah, one or the other.
Either Greenwell or the Turf Monster. Either way, it prevented a touchdown. .5:21 to go in the first half. Bulldogs come up to the line. Give coming around the right side. That's Dormanen. He gets it down across the 10. Or taken down right about at the 10. They're going to make it at the 11. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Bulldog first down. All spotted by
Aiden McKee, the tackle for Colfax.
Put it. They're putting it at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 12. And to give up the middle. Trying to drive forward down to about the 7.
Nielsen on the carry, tackled by
That's
Anderson.
Sebastian Nielsen.
Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6 for the Dogs.
They're going to put it on the 8-yard line. 2nd down, 6.
Kind of a big series for Colfax right now. Right, 4 minutes left in the quarter.
Bulldogs at the line. Olsen steps in under center. Give to Dormanen. Hits the right side of the line. On his feet. Goes into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown.
To the end zone. Bulldog touchdown.
That'll make the score. Boyceville 14 and the Vikings nothing.
Yeah, Dormanen just busted a few tackles and found his way in.
Bulldogs going for 2. Dormanen and Nielsen in the backfield. Give to Dormanen. Goes off the right side into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, making the score. The Boyceville Bulldogs 16 and the Vikings nothing. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op. Our reputation has always been true. We take pride in serving you. When you're a customer, you're the company. Always a part of one big family. Customer-owned, community-minded, Synergy Co-op.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School, where the Bulldogs have just taken a 16-0 lead over the Vikings. And they kick it deep. Taken by the Vikings at about the 15. And they get it out to about the 30-yard line.
Pekka on the return takes the ball to the 30-yard line.
Was on that return.
Vikings have 1st and 10 with 3:47 left.
First down, Vikings at the 30-yard line. 3:47 to go in the half. Vikings come up to the line. And the ball's loose on the ground. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Rumbling and stumbling and bumbling his way into the end zone for a touchdown is Preston Coombs. Misconnection on the Viking handoff, and the ball sat there on the ground. It seemed like forever. Coombs came in, scooped it up. That's a scoop and a score.
Yeah. It's like the whole team kept going and just left the ball.
That makes it 22-0 Bulldogs ahead. They'll try that 2-point conversion again. Olsen in under center. Nielsen and Dormanen in the backfield. Give to Nielsen. Or check it, that's Dormanen around the end. He got in, he headed for the flag, and it was a race for the pylon, and he got there. So it is now 24 for the Bulldogs and 0 for the Vikings. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
High school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, September 24th, the Colfax Vikings take on the Spring Valley Cardinals from Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 24th, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. The Boyceville crowd is pretty happy as they kick it off to the Vikings, and it goes out of bounds. So a penalty marker, and it should bring it out to the 30-yard line or the 35. I can never keep track of it in high school ball.
I think he picked it up at the 40.
I know in the NFL it comes out to the 40.
Ball ball is spotted at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Vikings have first and 10.
Vikings have it first and 10. Vikings at the line. Sikora waits for it. Gives it straight up the middle. Oh, check that. It's Ensminger coming around on the end around. He avoids a tackle and gets it out to the 50-yard line, gain of 15 for Elijah Ensminger.
Yeah, good job by Elijah Ensminger to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
First down, brought down by Jacob Gramley.
They mark the ball right at midfield. First and 10. Sikora waits, puts Ensminger in motion. Toss to Ensminger out on the left side, but he gets met almost as soon as he catches it. It's going to be a loss of a couple.
Ensminger on the carry, tackled by Bowell. Loss of 1 on the play, 2 on the play. Second
and 12 for the Vikings. Back at the 48-yard line. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the half. Slot formation on the left side. Quick toss to the left to Ensminger. Heads to the outside and gets taken down right across midfield. It's going to bring up third down and about 9.
A third and 9, knocked out of bounds by Gramley.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will have a Viking profile. In fact, we'll be talking with Aiden McKee in the Viking profile today, as well as a Colfax High School report. Sikora drops back, penalty marker on the play. Sikora evades the rush and finally gets taken down right at midfield. We'll see what the penalty is.
Sacked by Dorman, and there is a flag.
Illegal shift being called against the Vikings.
Illegal shift.
They declined the penalty, so it will bring up a 4th and 10 right at midfield.
Between 4th down and 10 at the 50-yard.
Let's see if this is 4 down territory for the Vikings with 2:34 to go in the first half.
Yeah, one good thing I saw there by Sikora was, he was in trouble and he decided to tuck it and kind of take care of the ball.
Yeah, rather than put it up for grabs.
Timeout, Colfax.
And the Vikings call a timeout. With a timeout on the field, it's the Boyceville Bulldogs 24 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane. Woo! You got this.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color-coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
After the timeout.
Well, I believe we've lost our signal on our primary camera.
Chris.
And so as Chris, there he got it back. Makes you suspicious when he just pushes one button. And the Vikings have the ball on the ground again, and they fall on it.
Recovered by the Vikings, but the Bulldogs will take
And the Vikings did recover, but it didn't matter because the ball goes over on downs.
44-yard line with
And it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Viking 44. .216 to go. And the Bulldogs come up to the line. Olsen to step in under center. Romehild in motion. He gets it around the left side. He got some running room. He's in the open. One man to beat. And he takes it into the end zone for a Boyceville touchdown, 44-yard touchdown run. That'll make the score Boyceville 30 and the Vikings 0.
Yeah, good footwork there by Romehill.
He saw where the Vikings weren't.
Snuck right through.
And the Bulldogs are going to go for 2 again. They come up to the line. Dorman and Nielsen in the backfield. Olsen under center. Gives it to Nielsen straight ahead into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Making the score, Boyceville 32 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. Hey, I want to remind you that tomorrow the Viking volleyball team is going to travel to Hudson to compete in the 8-team Hudson Volleyball Invitational. Action starts at 9 a.m. Then on Tuesday, the girls will host Durand with action in the Colfax High School gym beginning at 7 p.m. And that will be parents' night for the volleyball team. But tomorrow in Hudson, and from what I understand, Hudson suffered some pretty major storm damage. We'll see if that's still going to happen. Kickoff in and out of the hands of Pekka, and he's on his way back upfield with it. Now gets out to about the 20-yard line with 2 minutes to go in the half.
The Vikings tackled by Granley at the 20-yard line. The Colfax will have 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left in the first half.
Also want to let you know that the Colfax cross-country teams are going to travel to Mondovi on Tuesday. Then the boys will go to Durand on Thursday, and the girls will go to the Gryak Invitational on Friday. And action in all of those gets underway at just about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Vikings at the line. They put Ensminger in motion. Give straight up the middle. There's a hole there. McKee on the carry.
Aiden McKee.
And he gets it out to about the 25-yard line, gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
Yards will be 2nd and 4.
Go back. Good job by the Colfax front four to make a little hole there for McKee.
All right, Vikings come up to the line. And we have a penalty marker on the play before the snap. That's going to be a false start for the Vikings.
5-yard penalty.
Or a false start against the Vikings, I guess is the right way to say it. So they back it up 5. Makes it 2nd and 9. At the 21. Len splitting out wide to the left. And Sminger on the right. And Sminger in motion. Gives straight up the middle. No, Sikora keeps it. He's in the open! And that's not Sikora either, but he's on the move. Ryan Tuchel with it. He gets down across the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Ryan Tuchel on the carry with 54 seconds to go in half. And we have a penalty marker comes flying in.
To the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. There is a flag on the field.
And a penalty marker came flying in.
Oh, they picked it up.
Unsportsmanlike against Boyceville.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bulldogs.
That'll be a half the distance to the goal from the 28, so it should put it down to around the 14. And that's where they put it, right on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 14-yard line. First serious threat the Vikings have had today. Ensminger goes in motion. Gives straight up the middle. And McKee carries it down to about the 12-yard line.
Timeout.
And the Vikings call a timeout.
One on the play being 2nd and 9 with 40
Vikings
seconds
have
left
it.
in this first half.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Hey, one more thing to remind you about while we have a timeout on the field. On Monday, the girls' golf team will take on Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Regis, and Stanley Boyd at the Osseo Golf Club. Time of that, or tee time for that is at 4 p.m. Dan, you've golfed Osseo a time or two.
Yeah.
You've had some adventures getting there. In fact, we won't go into those right now, but fans, trust me, they're good stories. You ever get Dan one-on-one, he'll be glad to regale you with those. Then on Thursday of next week, the girls are going to travel to the Halley Golf Course for their conference golf tournament, and tee time there is set for 9 a.m.
I'm telling you, that book is going to get written one of these days.
Yeah, I hope you're taking good notes because there are some pretty good stories in there.
Oh, boy.
All right, Vikings have 40 seconds to try to get some points on the board here. They would really like to get off the schneid a little bit and get a little confidence, and then see what the second half might bring. All right, the Vikings coming up to the line of scrimmage. Tristan Len split out wide to the left, and Sminger in the slot on the left side. Jensen out wide to the right. Tuchel dropped the snap, picked it up, and by the time he got it backed up, there was nothing he could do about it, and the Vikings used their final timeout as they got taken down back at about the, looks like about the 16-yard line. So 3rd and 12 for the Vikings. And fans, I know that you're having a difficult time seeing the scoreboard we have in the corner. We're going to try and fix that at halftime while you're being entertained with the Viking profile and the Colfax High School report, and then some halftime music to keep you entertained while you run to the refrigerator and grab some snacks for the second half, or pop that popcorn. Actually, it's a beautiful night tonight for football.
Yeah, it's just calm.
I don't know if that's a waxing or a waning gibbous moon, but it's sure looking down on the field.
Yeah, we're coming into a full moon.
So that's a waxing moon. All right, Vikings at the line of scrimmage. Tuchel gives it, no, keeps it himself. Takes it around the right side, gets tackled inbounds, 24 yards to go.
Colfax is going to have to hustle. No
Fourth
timeouts.
down and about 10 for the Vikings.
At the 15-yard line.
They have 13 seconds. This is probably the final play of the half.
See if they can get one out to Tristan Lenz here on the left.
7
in the end zone.
seconds. Tuchel throws it out into the flat. Heading towards the goal line, but can't get there. Taken down at about the 10-yard line. And that's going to do it for the first half. The score at the end of the first half is the Boyceville Bulldogs 32 and the Vikings 0. We have halftime entertainment coming up, and you're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. Alright, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
We're talking with Aiden McKee, and you're a senior at Colfax High School?
Yep.
Oh, Aiden, we know that you play football, otherwise you wouldn't be wearing these funny things on your shoulders. But are you involved in any other activities here at school?
No, just football.
Just primarily football. Okay, so when did you start playing football, and what kind of an experience has it been for you?
My 7th grade year, and it's been pretty good.
Okay, you've had a good time?
Yep.
All right, so what's the most important thing you've learned from playing football?
Not so much the winning, but the experience you get to have with all your teammates.
Okay, so when you're not playing football or you're not at school, what are other things that keep you interested or involved?
I'm pretty avid outdoorsman.
Okay, a lot of hunting and fishing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I've got some rapid fire questions for you. Just throw the first thing out that comes into your head. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Pie.
What kind?
Cherry.
Ooh, really good. Ford, Chevy, or another brand?
Chevy.
And your favorite NFL team?
Packers.
And favorite college team?
Either River Falls or Badgers.
Okay. We're talking with Aiden McKee on Viking Profile. And Aiden, what are your plans for after high school?
Trying to get into River Falls to be a agronomist.
Well, that's why you chose River Falls as your favorite collegiate team.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about a shout out to your family?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Okay. So when people come to Viking games, what number do you wear and what position do you play?
28, running back, and D-line.
That's an interesting combination, being both a running back and a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to thank Aiden McKee for joining us on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Time now for the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
Activities continue to be busy at Colfax High School. The Viking volleyball team hosted the Mondovi Buffaloes yesterday. We will have the results on next week's Colfax High School report. The Vikings went into the match sporting a 7-4 loss record. On Monday, the Colfax Elk Mound girls golf team hosted Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Regis, and Stanley Boyd at Whitetail Golf Course. The girls placed third with a team score of 226. Low rounds for Colfax Elk Mound came from Olivia Klickner, who shot a 54, and Ella Reese, who shot a 57. The girls were at Princeton Valley Golf Club yesterday, and we'll get you those results in the next Colfax High School report. Going into yesterday's action, the Colfax Elk Mound girls were sitting in third place in the Clover Croy Conference. Olivia Klickner, Emma Nichaniki, Selena Klickner, and Ella Reese are all currently in position to earn all conference honorable mention honors. On Tuesday, the cross-country teams traveled to Rice Lake for the Rice Lake Invitational. The Viking girls placed 7th out of the 26 teams running. Leading the way for the Vikings were Molly Heidorn, who placed 7th with a time of 19 minutes, 52.83 seconds, and Ainsley Olson, who finished 35th out of the 185 girls running with the time of 21 minutes, 59.08 seconds. The Colfax boys finished 21st overall. They were led by Ashton Yarrington, who placed 67th out of the 195 runners with a time of 19 minutes, 8.17 seconds. Coming up this next week, tomorrow the Viking volleyball team will travel to Hudson to compete in the 8-team Hudson Volleyball Invitational. Action starts at 9 a.m. Then on Tuesday, the girls will host Durand with action in the Colfax High School gym beginning at 7 p.m. This will be parents' night for the volleyball team. On Tuesday, the Colfax cross-country teams will travel to Mondovi and to Durand on Thursday, and the GRIAC Invitational at the University of Minnesota on Friday. Action in all those begins around 4 p.m. On Monday, the girls' golf team will take on Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Regis, and Stanley Boyd at the Osseo Golf Club. Tee time is 4 p.m. Then on Thursday, the girls will travel to Halley Golf Course for their conference golf tournament. Tee time is set for 9 a.m. Finally, next Friday, the Viking football team will host the Spring Valley Cardinals. We will have all the action for that one for you on the Northern Light Webcasting Network, audio service, and NLWN-TV. In other school news, start making your plans to attend this year's parent-teacher conferences, which will be held from 4 to 8 p.m. on Monday the 27th and Thursday the 30th. And that's what's happening at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
And welcome back to Boyceville High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. And the Vikings are trailing the Boyceville Bulldogs 32-0. Dan, your comments about that first half?
Turnovers. Colfax started out okay, and they had a tough time holding on to the ball. They had 3 fumbles and 1 interception, so they have to try to clean that up in there in the second half, and Boyceville just has to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, Boyceville's doing a nice job of finding avenues to run in, wearing the Viking defense down a little bit, and the Vikings have got to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the ball's just getting a little wet out on the field or if it's just exchanges aren't the greatest right now. So.
And it could be one of these things where they know they've got to be quick tonight, and they might actually be a little out of control with how trying to be as quick as they want to be. And
yeah, you know, I was listening to some college coaches, and they were talking about when they bring in their new players, says they got to teach them to slow the game down in their head.
Right, the game has to slow down in the head. They talk about that with NFL quarterbacks, that about the third year the game starts to slow down for those quarterbacks too. And that might be part of what's going on tonight. The Vikings know that that the Bulldogs are a powerful team, a fast team, and so the Vikings are trying to pick up their pace a little bit, and it's throwing the meshing off, that mesh point between the quarterback and the running back on the handoffs, and then there were a couple of passes that were a little ill-advised.
Yeah, you know, kind of just stick with the regular game plan and don't try to get away from it too much, and just let it play out. You know, so.
Well, the Vikings will be kicking off to the Bulldogs to start the second half. And I suppose we should mention, with the score 32-0, that running time begins with a 35-point difference. So we're close to that point at this time. Back deep for the Bulldogs is Caden Wold along with Braden Romhild. Sikora getting ready to kick off for the Vikings. Sikora approaches, kicks a low liner, picked up by one of the up men at about the 35, gets out across the 40. We're taken down at the 50 into Viking territory.
Sebastian Nielsen on the return. Takes it
and Sebastian Nielsen on the return, and he gets taken down at the 47, it looks like, is where they're going to put the ball. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, let's see if Colfax front four can really get a push here. If they can keep Nick Olson off his game a little bit, they can get him to make a few mistakes.
Bulldogs come out in a tight formation. Olsen under center. They put a man in motion. They give it to him coming around the left side. He gets the corner turned. He's across the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30. Still on his feet. Taken down finally at the 20-yard line. Caden Wold with the run. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. First down, Bulldogs.
Spotted at the 20-yard line.
Got a couple missed tackles for Colfax there. They have to
and
clean
again,
that
that's
up.
that speed getting around the outside. Oh, you can tell fall is in the air. It's a nice crisp evening. And me sitting here in short sleeves. You know, I've been on this planet long enough. I think I would know better, but no, I don't.
We see it all in Wisconsin.
That's right. Bulldogs at the line of scrimmage. They put a man in motion. They pitch to him going around the right end this time. He gets it down across the 20, down to around bound the 10-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 11.
We have a 2nd and 1.
Second down and a yard to go from the 11. This is what we saw the Vikings struggling with against Whitehall back in the season opener, is shutting down those outside. Olsen under center. Granley in motion. Give it to Granley going around the right side. Turns just inside the end and gets it down across the 10 down near the 5-yard line.
Granley on the carry. Result of the run is a Bulldog.
So it's first and goal from the 5.
First and goal at the 5 for the Dogs.
Bulldogs come up to the line.
Clock should be running.
Nielsen at quarterback, or at the tailback. Give to Nielsen straight up the middle and into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown.
Result of the run is a Bulldog first down. Sorry, Bulldog touchdown.
The clock never ran. I was watching the back judge, and he was telling the clock to run. It was at 10:18.
And it's still at 10:18. So evidently, he used some blazing speed to get into the end zone. Well, the clock's going to start running pretty soon here because they're going to go to, well, now the clock has gone to 0.
Yeah.
I think they're having some scoreboard troubles. Now it's at 10:17. Bulldogs going to attempt to kick the extra point. Vasquez Martinez to try the extra point. Snap place, kick gets up, and it's good. So that makes the score, the Bulldogs 39 and the Vikings 0. And you're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. The Bulldogs have just taken a 39-0 lead, and I believe we should have running time as soon as one of the Viking deep men touches the ball on this kickoff. Vasquez Martinez, Brandon Vasquez Martinez, getting ready to kick off. He approaches the ball, swings the leg, drives one deep, and Pekka lets it go into the end zone.
Vasquez Hernandez kicks it through the end zone.
And the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And evidently they're having trouble with the scoreboard. So the time will be incorrect. So we have no idea how much time is left, but they should be going to running time. Len splits out wide to the right. And Sminger to the left. Jensen lined up tight on the right side. They give the ball up the middle. Or check that. That's quarterback did a
Tucci on the carry.
Play action fake. Tusho on a
on the tackle.
kept it himself.
Second and 11.
Loss of about a yard. Second down 11 for the Vikings. Now the clock is running. 9:50 to go. Tuchel gives it straight up the middle this time to McKee. He's still on his feet. He gets it out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Gain of about 7. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Vikings.
Yeah, good job by McKee there to keep his feet moving. He had a guy on him, and
they're going to mark it on the 27. 3rd down and a long 3. Tusha tries to give it up the middle again, and this time met in the backfield is McKee.
McKee on the carry.
Back on the 23-yard line. Brings up 4th down and about 7.
4th and 7 for the Vikings of Colfax.
Sikora back in punt formation. Wold and Romhild back deep for the Bulldogs. Sikora keeps it. He gets it around the end. He's got the 1st down and gets it out to around the 40-yard line.
Run out of bounds by Romhild.
Evidently stepped out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. But yeah, it's still a 1st down for the Vikings.
yeah, he was in trouble there. He had a guy right in his face. Kept it and picked up the 1st down.
Well, he made the best of a bad thing.
You're right.
It's one of those when life hands you lemons moments. So the Vikings back up to the line of scrimmage. Fresh set of downs. And Sminger in motion. Tuchel hands it up the middle to McKee. He gets it across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Gain of about 5. Second down 5.
Tackled by Olsen. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4 for the Vikings.
Len splitting out wide to the right. And Sminger in the slot. Jensen on the left. Tuchel rolling out. Pass is intercepted. Headed down the sideline and into the end zone for the Bulldogs. That's Caden Wold on the interception of the pick 6.
Caden Wold saw that all the way.
And just jumped the route and off he went. That makes it 45-0. The Bulldogs with the lead. 6:39 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, a little QB mistake there for Colfax. He stared at that receiver too long.
Zach Kirsten warming up on the sideline for the Bulldogs. Here's a snap to place the kick. It's up. And it's no good. It was just wide to the left. And so the score remains Bulldogs 45 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380. Brandon Vasquez Martinez to kick it away for the Bulldogs. He approaches, swings his leg, drives a deep one. Pekka gets it at the 5. He's back out across the 20, out to about the 24-yard line.
Pekka on the return, tackle by
And the Vikings will
Brandon.
have it 1st and 10.
The 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for the Vikings.
And the Vikings will jump out of the frying pan into the fire after this week, because next Friday they have the Spring Valley Cardinals at Colfax. Vikings come up to the line of scrimmage. They're in the pistol formation, lined up pretty tight. Sikora gives it up the middle, finding some running room. Getting out to about the 29-yard line.
McKee on the carry, Phillips on the tackle.
Aiden McKee.
About 4, 2nd and 6.
Second down, 6 yards to go. McKee is still the setback. Everything's tight for the Vikings. Sikora gives up the middle. He thought about pulling that one out. You could see he was thinking about it on that read option. But McKee got it out to about the 33-yard line. 3rd down, 2 yards to go for the Vikings.
Yeah, Colfax, front 4. They seem to have a little push right now.
4:46 to go in quarter number 3. Sikora throws it out on the left side. Pass complete to Ensminger. He's wrestled down across the 35 at about the 36 or 37-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Vikings.
Wrestled down by Granley.
Number 11, Jacob Granley on the tackle for Boyceville.
All right, Vikings come up to the line again. Ensminger lined up as a wing on the left. He goes in motion. Sikora has it, pitches to Ensminger coming around the right side. Got met hard right at the 38-yard line, or the 38-yard line. He gained about a yard.
Short gain in play, 2nd and
2nd down 9 for the Vikings.
Yeah, that was a tough yard for Ensminger.
It looked like it was a
pretty nicely developed play and read nicely by the outside guy for the Boyceville Bulldogs. Came up and delivered a pretty good lick on Ensminger. Ensminger on a wing again, this time on the right side. He goes in motion. Give up the middle to McKee. He gets it to the 40 before he's pushed back. They'll mark forward progress at the 40. So it'll be 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, right at the 40-yard line. Vikings come up to the line. Lenz wide to the right, and Sminger wide to the left. Kate Anderson at fullback. Snap goes through the hands of Sikora, and he has to just dive on it. Way back at the 28-yard line.
To the 29-yard line.
It's going to be a loss of about 10 or 11.
And about 20.
It's going to be 3rd down and 17, or 4th down and 17 for the Vikings. Sikora in punt formation, takes the snap. This time he gets the kick away, and it's going to go out of bounds right around the 43-yard line.
42-yard line. Bulldogs take over first.
So Boyceville will have it 1st and 10 with a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. 45-0, Boyceville with the lead. Bulldogs come up to the line. Olsen under center. Give to a new running back. That's number 40, taken down fairly nicely just after he crossed the 50-yard line. Peyton Ponath on that carry.
33, Ashpack. Pekka on the tackle.
That was a nice form tackle that he did. Would have been a 2-point takedown to wrestling. And in freestyle, it might have been more because he took him straight to his back. 2nd and 3. Give straight up the middle. It's a new running back, and he breaks into the open. And he's going to take it to the house for a touchdown.
Mason Bowell.
Mason Bowell on the touchdown run.
Yeah, the big fullback for Boyceville.
51-0. Vikings a little outmatched in tonight's game. And I'll tell you what, the missing of some bodies up front are really hurting the Vikings tonight, because that would have made a difference, I think. I don't know that it would have given the Vikings enough of a difference for the Vikings to win, but it wouldn't be 51-0 at this point.
Yeah, and turnovers make a big difference in a game.
They do. So the Bulldogs to try to kick the extra point again. Vasquez Martinez to kick it. Snap the place, the kick. And it's no good. Again, it went to the left.
No good. And with 3 seconds
so there are 3 seconds left in the third quarter. It's the Bulldogs 51, Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
September is College Savings Month. Whether you're a new parent or your child's already off to high school, it's a good time to think about the future. Next to retirement planning, paying for your children's education could be the largest expense your family will bear. Dairy State Bank offers a variety of savings accounts, as well as other options that may offer greater return, but with more risk. Give us a call today. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We will be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
The Bulldogs kicking off to the Vikings. Pekka takes it at the 5. He's out across the 15 to the 20 and taken down at the 22-yard line.
Vikings return the ball up.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter with the score. The Boyceville Bulldogs 51 and the Vikings 0. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
If your car has lost that showroom appeal, give Kyle's Buff and Shine a call. Kyle makes it easy to bring that shine back. Not to mention, he comes to you. Kyle does exteriors, interiors, and even has an ultimate detailing package. When Kyle is done, your car will look nearly showroom new. Oh, by the way, Kyle also details anything that flies, drives, or floats. Call 715-556-2062 to book your next detail with Kyle's Buff and Shine.
And some of the fans doing a little jumping around, I think just to keep warm here on what's turning into a brisk fall evening. Early autumn evening.
I was sweating when we got here.
And now that sweat's feeling chilly.
Yeah.
All
right, Vikings to start the fourth quarter with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Lentz splits out wide to the left. And Sminger to the right. Gives straight up the middle. McKee gets it just across the line of scrimmage.
Krenz on the tackle of the McKee run.
Gain of maybe a yard. 2nd down, 9. Again, Lenz to the left, and Sminger goes in motion from the right. High snap. Tuchel keeps it himself. Takes off around the right end and gets it near the 35-yard line.
Tuchel on the carry. Jake Bielzik on the tackle. To bring a 3rd down and 1 for the Vikings.
3rd and a yard. That center snap, the Vikings are struggling with a little bit.
Yeah, Colfax offense says stay out on the field a while and give defense a rest.
Give straight up the middle and a 1st down. McKee on the carry. Oh no, it's Pekka on the carry.
Pekka on the carry. Krentz on the tackle.
He gets it out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. And he gives straight up the middle again. No, the pitch out. This time to Ensminger. He takes it down the right sideline and finally wrestled out of bounds near the 30. He's going to be out of bounds at the 32-yard line. First down for the Vikings.
Result of the run is a first down for the Vikings, spotted at the Bulldog 31-yard line.
Yeah, the Vikings have threatened in this game only to have disaster strike or the clock run out.
Right.
It's not that they've played poorly, it's that Boyceville's played very well tonight.
Yeah, Boyceville's a good put-together team.
All right, Vikings at the line of scrimmage. Snap to Tuchel. Gives it to Pekka. Gets straight up the middle. Keeps driving. Puts the head down and gets down to the 20, inside the 20-yard line to about the 19.
After Pekka on the carry. Result of the run is a first down. Brought down at the 20.
They're going to mark it right at the 20. First and 10 Vikings. And Sminger in motion. Tuchel keeps it, pitches it out to Ensminger on the right side. He heads towards the pylon, can't quite get there, but he knocks out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Ensminger on the carry takes it in to the red zone of the Bulldogs. Knocked out of bounds by Krenz at up the 4-yard line. It'll be first.
They're going to put it right on the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Vikings. Len splits out, wide to the left, Ensminger to the right. Tuchel gives it to Pekka straight up the middle. He got about a yard.
Pekka on the carry. Brought down by Pekka.
Second and goal from the 4.
Play. Second and goal.
Tuchel in the shotgun, or in the pistol. Looks in the end zone. Lenz couldn't hang on.
Tuchel's pass falls incomplete in the end zone.
Third down and goal from the 4. They tried to hit Tuchel on that quick slant in the end zone.
Yeah, if I was coach, I think I'd go right back there. There's a little mismatch out here.
Tuchel threw it where the only person that could get it was Lenz.
Lenz has a big mismatch.
Tuchel drops back, looking to the left, slips a little, gets his footing, stays on his feet, loses the ball, picked up by the Boyceville Bulldogs, and once again, disaster strikes the Vikings. And the Bulldogs have it. First down at their own 9. The ball was picked up by Vasquez Martinez. And it'll be first and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 9 with 6:09 to go in the game. A lot of substitutions going in for the Bulldogs right now. And we have a timeout on the field. Bulldogs having a hard time getting their figuring out who's going to be in and who isn't. So we'll take a timeout just as well. You're tuned to Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
High school football action is coming your way on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Coming up on Friday, September 24th, the Colfax Vikings take on the Spring Valley Cardinals from Colfax High School. Coverage begins at 6:40 p.m. with Viking Preview. That's live Colfax Viking football on Friday, September 24th, on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Yeah, we're back here at Boyceville High School. Bulldogs have it, 1st and 10 at the 10. And it's a give straight up the middle. Driving with it, out across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. And once again, that's Mason Bowell on the carry.
And 3 Bulldogs.
He's a junior fullback. He got 8 on the carry, 2nd and 2.
I think we got a new quarterback.
Yes, we do. And it's a give going around the left side, and he gets it out to about the 20-yard line, but he does cross the 20, so he's going to get a first down. I believe that's Jack Phillips.
Result of the run is a Bulldog first down.
Zach Kirsten is the new quarterback for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs up to the line of scrimmage. They're at the 22, 1st and 10. Quick pitch coming around the right side. And met around the right side. We have a penalty marker come flying in. Met is Bowell, and he gained about 4.
Back in the area holding.
And it's a holding call against the Bulldogs. That'll make it 1st and 20.
Ball placed at the 12.
Just under 4 minutes to go.
A first and very long for the Dogs.
And a give over on the left side. Big pile of humanity out to about the 15-yard line.
Gain of about 4 brings up a second.
Got about 3 or 4 on the carry. They're going to mark it at the 16, so gain of 4. 2nd and 14, or 16. Coming up at the end of the game, right after the game, we'll have a short version of Viking postgame. Give up the middle and nowhere to go that time for Jake Bielzik.
Gain of 1.
They're going to give him a gain of a yard. 3rd down and about 15.
61. Caleb Arnson on the tackle for Colfax.
He's one of the freshmen for the Vikings. And a reverse going around the left side with some running room. He's across the 40 to the 45, out to about the 50-yard line is Jack Phillips.
The result of the big run is a Bulldog.
And they're going to mark it at the 47.
Ball came out of bounds, went out of bounds.
Minute 51 to go.
7-yard line, 1st and 10 Dogs.
Boyceville comes up to the line. And they give up the right side near the middle.
Mason Powell on the carry. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
I believe that was Peyton Pana on the carry. I thought that was number 40. He picked up 5 yards, 2nd and 5, 53 seconds to go. Bulldogs come up to the line. 33 seconds. This could be the last play. Give straight up the middle again. And driving forward to about the 41-yard line. Close to a first down.
Result of the run is a Bulldog first down.
Jake Bialzik on the carry.
42-yard line.
It's enough for a first down, but that should be the last play of the game. And as the clock winds down, it is. So the final score, the Boyceville Bulldogs 51 and the Vikings 0. We're going to have Viking postgame coming up right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Your site, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
This has been Colfax Viking Football, live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where I'll look back at today's game.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with our wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. And now, back out to the stadium.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow as the crowd is filing out of the stadium. And the Vikings are meeting down in the end zone. As the Vikings come up on the short end of a 51-0 score. Dan, your thoughts?
Turnovers.
That was going to be my one-word answer, too.
Turnovers for Colfax was a big part of it. I can come up with a little positive, though. Aiden McKee had a great game for Colfax tonight.
He ran hard.
Him
he ran really hard.
Elijah Ensminger. But they got to do a little better to take care of the ball. Like I said, maybe there's dew on the ball. There was a couple bad exchanges.
Yeah, and I don't know if they've had to replace their center due to the COVID situation at school. That could have had something to do with it. But you know what? We're looking for excuses, and we don't want excuses. We want the players to step up and make the plays, and that just wasn't happening tonight. They played well between the 20s and on offense.
Yeah, the first quarter, it was a close game.
However, defensively, they've got to shut down that outside. And when defensive ends turn the play in. The linebackers have got to be there. There were some times that the backs for Boyceville were cutting inside the Viking defensive ends, and there was no help.
Right, yep. Yeah, it's something they'll have to look at this week because they got a tough one coming up.
Yeah, next Friday they've got a tough one coming up, and so it's not going to get any easier for them.
You know, in Boyceville, they're a good team.
They are. Now, they got handled pretty well by Spring Valley last week, but which is not a good omen for the Vikings. But maybe the Vikings can surprise them because they're going to be at home. It'll be the first game at home because the 2 games they lost due to COVID would have been home games. The Vikings have not played at home yet this year, and so maybe that'll make a difference in front of some home cooking.
Yeah, that turf is probably getting a little long out there.
Well, fans, I want to remind you of a few things going on before we say goodbye tonight. Don't forget to join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network on Friday, September 24th, as we bring you the Colfax Vikings hosting the Spring Valley Cardinals. Coverage on the 24th begins with Viking pregame at 6:40 on both the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV. Then tomorrow, the Viking volleyball team is going to travel to Hudson to compete in the 8-team Hudson Volleyball Invitational, if that is still on because of the severe weather that hit Hudson early this morning. Action starts at 9 a.m., and then on Tuesday, the girls will host Durand with action in the Colfax High School gym beginning at 7 p.m. That will be Parents' Night for the volleyball team. Cross-country teams are going to travel to Mondovi on Tuesday. Then the boys' team goes to Durand on Thursday, and the girls' team goes to the GRIAC Invitational on Friday. Action in all of those starts right around 4 o'clock. And on Monday, the girls' golf team, that's the Colfax Outbound golf team, will take on Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Regis, and Stanley Boyd at the Osseo Golf Club. Tea time is at 7 o'clock. That's on Monday. Then on Thursday, the girls will travel to the Halley Golf Course for their conference golf tournament. Tea time is set for 9 a.m. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Final score once again, the Boyceville Bulldogs 51, the Vikings 0. For Dan Petchow and Chris Olson, this is Rick Olson reminding you that tonight's Colfax High School football game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Anderson Bridge, Synergy Co-op, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, the Security Agency, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Football on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Vikings game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.